You guys baited me into going live before I changed my title, bro. So now people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, oh, more Cine 2 Nerdle. No, I don't think we're playing Cine 2 Nerdle after the Dulls. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you, man. Those damn Texans. I just think it's funny how offended Texans get when you bring up the fact that their state is like huge by American standards, but by Canadian province standards is fairly diminutive. Like BC is 1.36 times the size of Texas. I know that fact. I didn't just look it up on Google. It's 1.36 times the size of Texas, and we're not even the biggest province, man. I think we're like maybe the third biggest province, if I had to guess. They start talking about shit that they don't even have control over. Yeah, well, our GDP is higher. No shit, buddy. The GDP per capita of your poorest state still mogs like our richest province. That's why we're so pissed off that you guys are acting like you're all broke. And you're like, what the fuck? That's not our fault, man. Stop terrifying us. We didn't do that shit. Take it up with your fucking uncles who moved all the factories overseas so they could get a t-shirt for $6.99. Because when the t-shirts are being made by people getting fair wages, they go, only elites can afford those t-shirts. They fucked us, man. We're supposed to be on the same side. I don't think you would beat my ass if you found me in Texas. I'd be wearing the corduroy shirt with the burgundy button up underneath it, tucked into some like dark brown Dickies. You would probably think I'm one of you, man. I'd be fitting in. I'd be saying some shit like, yerp. I'll be saying some shit like, if my state ain't that fucking big, why does it take so long to drive from San Antonio to Houston? Listen, Lib, you wouldn't understand what it's like to spend 17 hours in traffic to get to work. Try that in a small state. Yes, sir. Nah, Texas is chill, probably, maybe. That's where Austin Powers is from. No, they're not. Did you just they Austin Powers? That's very based of you, but he's international man of mystery. I think he's selected his pronouns. His pronouns are yeah, baby. They, them, Austin Powers. They're trying to they, them, Austin Powers, man. Austin Powers was an international man of mystery. They're trying to turn him into an international they, them of mystery. It don't make no goddamn sense. You think he drinks his own mojo? Obviously. He says everybody likes the smell of their own brand. Now that I think about it, that's not true. That fat bastard says that. And even though they're played by the same actor, it's a different person, different character. And he's talking about farts. Is there a way to see how many, to see what channel you have a subscription to? Because I'm not even fucking with you, and I'm certainly not bragging. I get 2 gifted subscriptions a day to channels that I have not watched. How do I find, let me read this to you right now, okay? Let me say, I mean, these are all people I know. 23 gifted subscriptions right now. Crazy talk, man. Dude, some of these, I've been subbed for a bit, man. I didn't even realize. It is roughly 1 a day. You're not wrong. I'm not saying any names out loud because I know, like, it's genuinely not meant to be like an insulting bit that I don't watch them. I'm just unfamiliar with them. There's a lot of channels on this website. But man, there's channels I've been gift sub to for like 6 months. I do have a lot of VTuber subscriptions. Like if I had to guess, I can't tell exactly who's a VTuber just from the avatar, but you can make an educated guess. Certainly that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say that's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's definitely 9. It's possible. I would say 9. Don't say 11. Don't say 11. 9 to 10 and a half of these gifted subscriptions are to VTubers, probably. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I every day I wake up and I check my email, and then it's like, your gifted subscription's about to run out, and then I click on it, and it's like a girl dressed like a gothic maid with like both hands up in front of her face or something like that. And she's a cartoon. And I'm like, I got to get home and renew that one ASAP. Gay Akon be like, I'm so paid. Jerking off like 30 guys. My homie died from goonicide. Windows rolled down screaming, I'm gay, gay, gay. I'm so gay. I don't know shit about Akon, man. So I mean, I feel like that was really funny, but I don't know what it is. I don't know the song to begin with. But yeah, that's facts, man. That song is called I'm So Paid. I only know the one that's like, I'm lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody to call my own. Could be, yeah, like Mr. Horny or something. Guys, I know this movie. This is so embarrassing. Slash marker, the dolls. I'm sorry to start in media res, people, but I'm so embarrassed that I know Framed in One today. There is no doubt in my mind that this is the incomparable Burt Wonderstone, the Las Vegas comedy magic movie with Steve Carell, Steve Buscemi. I see the outline of Caesar's Palace right there. There's no shot that this is not Burt Wonderstone, which is not good and not worth watching. But there's absolutely no doubt. It couldn't be anything else. Considering the incredible cast of this movie, it has no business being this bad. I forgot James Gandolfini is in this, man. That's not Brad Pitt. That's Jim Carrey. That's actually, like, this is a pretty huge spoiler. I forgot Olivia Wilde is in this. I always forget. I mean, at this point, you got to know what it is. That's Jim Carrey? That's Jim Carrey, bro. That is not Matt Mercer. That's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey plays Chris Angel. I know you're going to say, like, I got to see that. You don't. The concept is funnier than the movie. Like, they actually squandered the movie, which has what should be like a slam dunk concept. I swear it to you. It's not like the worst movie you've ever seen, but when you're watching it, you're going to be like, wow, there's just like way too many talented people in this movie for it to be this boring. Better than Goldmember? Honestly, I think they're pretty much around the same level, and you know I'm not a big Goldmember fan. So it's better than The Love Guru. The Love Guru is genuinely insulting. Like, there's no point in The Incredible Burt Wonderstone where Mini-Me, Vern Troyer, falls onto the ice of an NHL hockey game and gets scored into the goal, and then they treat it like a real goal. Like, the lights go off and the audience starts to cheer and stuff like that, even though he's not a puck. He's like a fully grown adult man. Like, he's reached maturity. That is Demi Moore, and I think that's Josh Brolin. Did I even... Wait. I submitted with only one right answer, and they gave it to me. New Daily Dozen Tech, man. we found an exploit, man. I didn't realize. If I had to guess, you know what? I actually think you're right. No, I'm going to say that's Josh Brolin, but I do see the Timothy Oliphant in there. Guess Demi Moore. Answer Demi Moore. Guys, I think you're missing something because it's Demi Moore, but there's a little something extra going on. She's on the substance, man. They are one. You're not wrong. She is looking a little different these days. Well, I mean, she's looking a little older, but that's true for everybody, basically. I don't remember her having such a strong jaw, I guess. That is Gavin Newsom, man. That might be Gavin Newsom. Well, here we go. Purple Phil, are you here? So this should be like $100, right? 35 12 fluid ounce cans of Coca-Cola Classic in the 35 can pack. LOL, you got me. You didn't say you got me. I added that out of my own desire. Well, okay, let's Fermi estimate, man. The Western family is $6.99 for 12. But it's on sale for $5.99. So $6.99 for 12. Coke would add another 40% on top of that. So let's call it $8.49 for 12. Then you multiply it by 3. that becomes like $26.99 for 35. But then you got to remember this is the United States of America. So first you got to take 30% off for currency. That takes you down to like $18.99. You got to remember that Costco takes like another 35, 40% off just for the warehouse savings, the wholesale bid. So that's it's like, I'm going to say this is $10.99, takes another $8 off or so. I will never be myself from yesterday. Whatever. we were close, man. We were really close. How about you, Fermi, estimate some bitches? That can't be done. If it could have happened, it would have happened when I was in university, I think. But they weren't really fucking with me. I mean, this only became like a valued skill in middle age, man. To be able to guesstimate the price of something in a grocery store that isn't in the country in which you live in. When you're like 19, they don't care about that shit. They just care about the popped collar, man. 34 cents a can is crazy. The shit pisses me off, though. You guys don't understand economics. Now you're saying, why is it $2.50 in the vending machine? Because you have to fucking get the can yourself and drive it to your house and put it in your fucking fridge with your fucking electricity, bitch. If you want 35 cans, if you're willing to take on the burden of a 35 can contract, it lowers the per unit price. Not to mention you already paid the subscription price to get inside of the Costco. If you want one can of Coca-Cola at your leisure outside of a Target, you pay an extra premium because somebody else has the vending machine. Somebody comes around to stock it and empty the change. And exactly, man. You're mad at the wrong motherfuckers. That's how everyone in the Peloton Discord, they're mad at the bakery for selling coffees. Oh, $11 coffee with another $1 upcharge for oat milk. And then if I want to get 3 pumps of hazelnut syrup, it's an extra 39 cents per pump. The bakery's so greedy. The commercial real estate is like $2,700 a square foot, man. You're mad at the coffee shop. They're just trying to make it work, man. They're trying to make the two numbers meet in the middle. And everyone's like, thank God the coffee shop went out of business. Now it can get replaced with another vape shop with a Bitcoin ATM that we never see anyone go into or out of, contributing to the fucking urban decay. You just don't get it, man. You don't get it. I hope you never get it, because by the time you get it, it might be too late. You might be like, damn, Sleep Country Canada, Cactus Club Cafe, Fresh Street Market, just what I needed. It's like they airdrop a fucking neighborhood from a B-52 bomber over top of the real estate. My weed shop has a Bitcoin ATM. I think they all do, man. They all got the sign outside, and I'm like, I don't even know if you should be buying it to begin with, but you definitely shouldn't be buying it at the vape store. I have to imagine the bid-ask spread or the fees or the security risk of buying it there is that doesn't make any sense to me. You can't be doing that. My bank reimburses me for ATM fees. All right, buy like 50 G's of Bitcoin at the vape shop Bitcoin ATM, and then take that shit into the RBC and see what happens. They'll be like, oh, they charged me $8,000 in fees. I'm here for my refund. How much is a 40 rack of Busch Light? Unironically, but slightly ironically, beer is too cheap in the US. You'll go into a gas station in Blaine, Washington, and a 40 rack, like 40 beers, will be like $22.99. And you're like, that's just not good. Disagree. Coors Light, $10.99 for 6. That's supply and demand. Honestly, you guys fucked yourselves. If you stopped buying the Coors Light, if you stopped glazing Coors Light, which is not the worst beer on the planet, but is like very unremarkable, then they wouldn't feel emboldened to charge $10.99 for 6, because that's crazy. Michelob, much worse than Coors Light, absolutely. At the risk of becoming a caricature of myself, I get the idea that at some point in the Coors experience, somebody involved with the production of the beer got in it for the love of the game. They got in it because they love beer. Michelob was like when Jafar gets the lamp at the end of Aladdin and he turns into like the red djinn. That's like the beer that he would create. He'd be like, my second wish is a 70-calorie beer that's keto friendly. Drinking it tastes like it was made by the fucking devil. Like it was made by military scientists in the Vietnam War to like, I don't even know, as like some kind of mind-altering substance to embolden their troops or something. Like, it's just not right. It wasn't made with a pure heart. There was no goodness in the heart of whoever came up with the Michelob Ultra recipe. Yes, it tastes like Wi-Fi. I don't really know how to explain it. It's really bad. It's an evil food, I think. Like, you don't have to drink IPAs. In fact, it'd be better if you didn't drink anything, probably. They hate me for saying it, but I think it's true. But like, please, for the love of God, just drink Miller Lite or MGD. If you're like, I want to have 10 beers, but also like not fuck up my intermittent fasting, just drink the Miller Lite. It's the champagne of beers. It's better than the Michelob Ultra. The macros are like very similar. It's poison. Like, it is, don't worry, it's still poison. But like, at least there's something Midwestern, spiritually resonant about drinking an MGD. It was not made by that fucking meme picture of a scientist with the eyedropper that's finally like keto beer. Like, there was art involved in it at some point, or that somebody with a blue collar poured the fucking barley into the mixer, okay? Arson, back me up on this one, maybe. I am still waiting for Beer Zero. Queen's Kegger PBR, still my favorite. Damn, you guys were on PBR when you were there? We were doing like Laker Ice, or maybe like Lake Port Honey. Sometimes if you got the Lake Port Honey, Tom Holland's Beero, that's not beer zero. That has calories. We need Beer Zero. You're right, I forgot the name of every country. There's plenty girls in Mozambique. There's plenty boys and girls in Denmark. There's lots of people in Mongolia. I can't hit the note, man. What the fuck? There's lots of pretty girls in Curacao. There's lots of lovely people in Chile. What the fuck are you, man? Is that 3,600 kilometers? No, it's not going to be Canada. It's close to Chile and Denmark, huh? That's wild. Maybe it's one of you. Maybe it's Trinidad and Tobago. It's close to... Oh, no. Isn't there some shit called Antilles? Wedge and Antilles? Oh, no. What's that one called? Silmarillion? Cimarron? Ceylon? That doesn't even exist. That shit might be from like Europa Universalis, man. I have no idea. Oh. Why the fuck are you in CONCACAF, bitch? You should be down there in CONMEBOL. Oh, we don't want to play Brazil. We don't want to play Argentina. Listen, buddy. Why the fuck you up here trolling Canada, the US, and Mexico? You're South American, bro. What the hell? We've been getting our ass beat for 20 years by Trinidad and Tobago. They're not even part of the continent. Guyana, too? They're on the South American continent, man. They're historically part of the Commonwealth. Yeah, well, so is fucking Australia, but they're playing in like the Asia Pacific Conference, the AFC, man. Whatever, it's some shit in here. One of these fuckers. Antigua. Barbuda. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Are there... the game's broken. I kept this shit on too long, and now it won't even work anymore, man. Oh, does it normally not fill, or am I crazy? Oh, it does. It's never been a drop down. My bad. Could it be like Dominica? Where's Dominica? Oh, it's in there. Is it really not Curacao? No, I don't mean Croatia. I mean the Dutch, the Netherlands. Oh, come on. The Dutch overseas fucking territories, bitch. Can somebody explain to me how to get this part of my map to show up? It's not a country? Okay, which country does it belong to, man? Dutch Antilles. That's what I'm saying, man. I tried to type Wedge Antilles earlier and it told me to fuck off. Now it wants me to go to the Seychelles. I don't want to go to the Seychelles. I want to go to Curacao, man. You got to give it the C? I don't know how to give it the C, man. I have like an American keyboard. I'm lucky it even has the English alphabet on it. The modern keyboard only has 2 buttons. 1-click delivery and skip ad. I'm crashing out of global today. We're going to Worldla. Okay, Worldla, on the other hand, I think we got this one, y'all. Never say I'm not worldly. Pretty sure this bitch is Spain. Let's go. Did you know when the first So I thought American Pie 2 invented the bit where Stifler drinks something that came out of a penis. I didn't realize that it actually happens in the first one as well. It's kind of gross, man. Thomas Ian Nichols is getting fellatio from Tara Reid, and he signals that it's time for him to ejaculate. And then he grabs a cup of beer on the table and comes in the beer, and then he just puts the beer back on the table. That's fucking degenerate behavior, man. Surely, like, you could have at least poured it out. Let's not even, because I get in the moment, you might only have like 2-3 seconds to find like the closest thing within arm's reach to get it going. But like, that's insane, man. How's the pale ale, Stifler? He does say that. He does say that. It's just because I watched it yesterday. I don't think about American Pie that much, but that is true. In Van Wilder, they do fill eclairs with dog semen and then have the bullies eat it. But they were mean to Taj, so you get what you deserve. But that is foul for sure. You probably couldn't handle the early 2000s, man. You probably couldn't handle it. It was different. It was a more hostile fucking, well, it's actually like a friendlier world, but media didn't always make you feel held. Let's put it that way. Let's put it in the fucking midsummer parlance. But people did say like hello and like good morning and shit, and they like held the door open for you and shit like that. Rhythm Doctor? Rhythm Heaven Fever? Sonic the Hedgehog, and that's that's Shadow. I thought it was Knuckles. Sonic Generations. Dude, I was at a birthday party like 3 weeks ago, and one of my daughter's classmates got like a Shadow the Hedgehog plushie, and she was talking to me like crazy about Shadow the Hedgehog. I was like, I knew it wasn't Sonic, but sometimes you want to give him like an easy breadcrumb to start the conversation. So I was like, oh, is that Sonic the Hedgehog? She was like, no, it's Shadow. I was like, oh, well, who's Shadow? She was like, he's faster than Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, bullshit. I didn't say that, but I imply. I was like, no shot. Sonic's like the fastest hedgehog out there. She was like, no, he's faster than Sonic and he's more powerful. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Sonic's the main character, man. He sounds overpowered. He has a gun? I don't know about all that. Hang on. Correct franchise, wrong saga. So it's not the Generations saga. I don't think it's the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe it's Sonic Adventure. Correct franchise and saga. Maybe it's another Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2 HD. I'm not like a Sonic guy. I gotta see this, man. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn, dude. I didn't know you could get away with something like that. He popped out upside down with the snowboard. Okay, this is definitely going to get this like content ID match. Why is the military trying to stop Sonic? What the heck happened, man? The hell is this? It's summer 1980s. It's so crazy that this fucking AI generated video is like probably exclusively watched by people who are like 14 years old. Damn. I wish I was alive in 1987. That's Kino. Buddy, if you were alive in 1987, you wouldn't have been Tony Montana. You probably would have been like Frank Grimes. Who the hell are you? Are you like Final Fantasy? 4, 5, I don't know. It's art. It's like fan art, I guess. It's it is a Final Fantasy. It's 12. It's Final Fantasy 12. I remember a girl in my dorm playing this. Oh, it's not Final Fantasy 12. It's Final Fantasy. 3 new. It's fucking Final fucking Fantasy 6, bitch. Where's Kafka? Wrong. I've seen this fucker, man. I don't know who you are, but I've seen you. Maybe you're fucking Final Fantasy 11, because I don't know shit about it. Neither do they. I doubt your lightning returns. I don't see lightning in here. This is like a more ensemble-driven Final Fantasy. Maybe it's Final Fantasy 2. I don't know shit about Final Fantasy 2. As Endwalker Final Fantasy 14. That makes sense, I guess. I don't know who anybody is here. There's one guy, I know one guy in Final Fantasy 14. It's muscular guy with a bow tie. And then there's that, like, all the AI bots that are karma farming on Reddit, on the gaming subreddits. There's always like, name a moment in a video game that always makes you tear up when you think about it. And it's the dude, he looks like an elf with white hair. And come to think of it, it might be this fella right here. And it's like some kind of like a heat wave is hitting him in the face. You know the one I'm talking about? Yes, minor spelling mistake. That's the one. I don't know anything else about it. I did win a shirt for winning a PvP match in Final Fantasy 14 at Tokyo Game Show, though. I'm actually 1-0. I'm undefeated in Final Fantasy 14. Which is why I feel like I can say that it's funny when people act like the game is hard. Because my wife literally just set all my hotkeys and just said, press every single one of them every time they're off cooldown. And that's exactly what we did, and I won. Sorry. It's not really fair because I'm like a professional gamer, but still. I just think they should make the interface like a little bit more complicated. It's almost like a little too easy for a fella like me to understand. Fish, tomatoes, Worcester sauce, cherry peppers, cherry baby. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Fucking Frankie Valli type shit. This must be United Kingdom. It's got sherry. Oh, never mind. Sherry. Bermuda fish chowder. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Oh, and it's in the United Kingdom. It has the Worcester sauce in it. It makes perfect sense, dude. Oh, brother. That one's... Wow! What the fuck is this? Garbage can lid with meat on it? Okay. Some shit that the fucking giant eats in Jack and the Beanstalk, man. Nomadic barbecue prepared using mutton or goat meat. I'm going to assume that maybe this comes from the steppes of Mongolia. Oh! No, nomadic is a word almost exclusively applied to Mongolian cuisine, I have to imagine. We're so back. Soup. Pork, beef, rice noodles, pork blood, cilantro, lime. Is giving Southeast Asia. It's giving Malaysia. It's giving the country to the north of Malaysia, which is Thailand. Boat noodles. We'll take those. Curly the Clown, and I'm not saying anything about that. I'm going to say this was, they were the mascots for Dairy Queen. It just makes sense, man. That's correct. A 1935 Nobel Prize went to a married couple named Joliot Curie. In 2015, nearly 60 years after the artist's death, Tate Liverpool exhibited works from the atypically colorless black pourings period of what American artist? Whistler's mom? I have no idea. Made for Peggy Guggenheim in 1943, a 20-foot painting has only a few streaks of paint that appear to have been applied while the canvas was on the floor. Who painted it? That motherfucker. Georgia O'Keeffe. A careless gallery paid $300,000 for a forged drip painting that was missing the C in the signature of what artist? Picasso? I don't know. I have no idea. Jackson, but that's the one! I was trying to, Georgia O'Keeffe does the vagina flowers, Jackson Pollock does the cum. I don't know shit about paint, okay? It's a blind spot. Born in Birmingham, England, 1869, who foreshadowed his own namby-pamby streak by calling himself a reverent agnostic. The hell is namby-pamby, man? Somebody tell me what namby-pamby means? A wuss. Is it crazy to say that maybe they're taking a shot at Neville Chamberlain then? Because they basically asked you to name a 20th century British coward. Like, that's going to be, there's only one answer at the top of the list, man. The Swahili word for friend gave us the name of a character in what Tony-winning musical? The Lion King? I had a feeling they were throwing like a red herring at us. Well, 4 perfects and a miss. Kind of crazy. Melon. Sort these letters by the point value in Scrabble. Okay, disorderly. I feel I'm offended like a scientist being asked to like prove their findings. I got it right once. You're making me double down and go back to the well to prove that it wasn't a fucking a lucky guess. Well, I can't do that because it kind of was a lucky guess, but I'm going to do my best. Got to assume Z and X are worth the most points. And then T must be the fewest. And then I feel like D, F, C, X. I'm going to do that. Fuck you. Still pretty good. F is easier than T. You're not a real English head. T is in like every second word. They do give you that shit for free on Wheel of Fortune. You're absolutely right. The R.L. Stein. That sentence you just said contains no T's. Okay, well, the sentence you just fucking wrote contains like 13 of them. Higher population weighted mean elevation. I have to imagine New Zealand is more mountainous. Okay, never mind. Obviously, I don't understand the question. Higher percentage of vacant housing units. California. Higher percentage of cheap rent. Texas. Higher percentage of workers employed in healthcare support applications. Georgia. Higher percentage of people on private insurance. Columbus. All right, good day so far. That was a good day. I don't know shit about the United States of America. And that's the end. That's the last dull. Slash mark. Call that the dulls. That stings. That's a nasty way to end it, though. 2008, 1.2 billion views. It's the Black Eyed Peas, I'm afraid. Yep. That sounds like, to me, that sounds like I Got a Feeling. What? Are you shitting me? Oh. Oh. I feel like Dancing on My Own came a little later, though. Plus, it's not in here. Oh. It's fucking Hot and Cold. Yeah. 1.2 billion views? 1.2 billion views. I don't know, something about this track just pisses me off. Not the song specifically, but this track. No, not the waba. The waba I accept. It's this fucking impotent electric guitar, man. That shit pisses me off. The song itself, I could take it or leave it. It's one of Katy Perry's top 10 songs. You could derive my emotions based on that, I suppose. It's a foot tapper. Well, I do think we have a responsibility. People got a little mad about the Jason Mraz "I'm Yours" take, but I do think we have a responsibility to call popular music that's ass, and thus slow down its swallowing into the cultural record to be passed down to future generations. Because I don't want my fucking kid to be learning about, like early 21st century popular culture and they put on "I'm Yours." I want them to put on something with a little bit more meat on the bones. I don't want to be going to funerals in like fucking 2070 or something like that, and then I have to hear "I'm Yours" as they lower the fucking casket. Like we have an obligation as the first line of defense, as the contemporaries of this fucking dreck, to stop it being passed on virulently to future generations, man. They're counting on us. What about "Call Me Maybe"? If I speak, I will be in trouble. It's a good pop song. I've got nothing against the song. I've got nothing against Carly Rae Jepsen. Do I think it's a little bit overglazed compared to, I don't know, maybe Siberian Cat Shrew? Sure, okay. But like, I got nothing against Carly Rae Jepsen. I do have something against whoever the fuck wrote "This Is My Fight" song, "Take Back My Life" song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes. I've still got a lot of fight left in me. I got a lot against "This Girl Is on Fire." I got a lot against not all of Kelly Clarkson's oeuvre. I think that "My Life Would Suck Without You" and "Since You've Been Gone" are pretty good, but like "Miss Independent," "Fighter" by Christina Aguilera. This is just the shit that keeps coming on because my daughter always wants to listen to Sarah Bareilles in the car. Trust me, there's a lot of fucking trash songs from male singers too. Like that, what's that Louis Tomlinson one that came up on Bandle that one time? If I was you free, then you was me. Name 3 bad songs by male artists. Okay, Bohemian Rhapsody, "We Will Rock You, We Are the Champions." Hang on, I'm going to my favorite website, steampowered.com. Oh no, there's a sale. Why, oh no? It screws up the discoverability of new releases. I was hoping, this doesn't make sense, but I was hoping that there would be DLC for Trick Shot Simulator based on nothing at all. Just go to new releases. The problem with going to new releases is that Steam still does a good job of like algorithmically sorting through the trash. If you go to all new releases, it's not to insult the devs, but there's a lot of stuff in there made by like one 15-year-old that's coming out for like 99 cents that is like, I made my own version of Asteroids, which is fine. You got to start somewhere, but there's like 1,000 of those for like every, let me just describe it perhaps as a more noteworthy game. Are we all out of games? No, I mean, there's a surplus of games. That's why it's so hard to find the good ones. I dare not say I'm out of games. Because people are like, you're out of games? Quick 700 hours of Monster Hunter Wilds could go crazy. If you don't know what to play, you could just get into a game like Warframe or something like that. You could just get into some shit that's like 2,000, 2,500 hours long if you're like bored for 30 minutes. You could just ruin your life really quick and get like addicted to World of Warcraft if you've been bored for like 6 or 7 minutes. You should just do what I did, man. If you get bored for like 15 minutes, just like have a kid. You'll never be bored. Well, that's not true. You will be bored, but it'll be a different kind of boredom. You'll be like, fuck, are we really? I thought we were going to like color these coloring pages together, but now while I'm coloring, I got to pretend to be like one of the super kitties from the Super Kitty TV show I haven't even seen. I don't even know what these super kitties are like, and then all of a sudden I say something that's out of character for one of the super kitties, and I'm being verbally reprimanded. You talking like Bitsy? I can't, that's the thing, I only know Bitsy, but my kid wants to be Bitsy. So she's always going, Bitsy, boots, blast off. And then I'm like, I'm the fucking pink one or whatever. I'm the pink one who I think can like jump really high. I don't know, I've never seen the show. I only get to watch the song. Oopsie kitty, gotta keep it moving when you're saving the city. Oopsie kitty. That's all I know. That's all she lets me hear, man. Theme song goes hard. Dude, craziest kids show theme song is how they got Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy to do the Spidey and His Amazing Friends theme song. He's your friendly neighborhood spider. Whoa, whoa. He hits the pop punk like the fucking resonant. Hey, let's go. Ricky, I gotta put some respect on your Letterboxd, okay? Ricky Peacock. You became like maybe my 6th follow on Letterboxd. Because I first off, I was interested. Secondly, all of my friends stopped watching movies. Like, what is this? Chiblee has gone so long without watching a movie, he's not even in the last 6 friends to watch a movie on Letterboxd anymore. I got Mouth watching some 1.5-star movie starring Jason Mantzoukas and Anna Kendrick. Then, okay, Justin gave 5 stars to Eraserhead, which is fair, and then decided he didn't need to see any more movies. 4.5 stars from Dan Giesling for the Beethoven movie about the dog. The dog, it eats a piece of chicken on the poster. 2.5 stars for Honora from Corey, and he decided he didn't want any more smoke either after the response to that. And then Jay gave a 0.5 star to Madam Web, which seemed fair. But I also had to follow more people. I DM'd Jay today, because here was my story. Popular reviews with friends this week, The Shape of Water, 1.5 stars. This is abysmal, LOL. It fails at being every genre it attempts to be. I lost track of the sheer volume of my eye rolls. As a real yearner, that review is offensive to me, okay? So I DM'd Jay, because I was like, Jay, can you please let your friend know that their review of The Shape of Water is on my homepage, and it made me pissed off, and it made me pissed off again, even just typing it out? And he said, okay, no problem. But you're entitled to your own opinion, by the way. It's just that review's on my homepage every single day, and it's ticking me off. I'm not bullying my friends off the platform. If they have a strong enough opinion to make their opinion public, it should be strong enough to handle some rigor, okay? Maybe Chiblee, if he wants to get off the platform because I called him a misogynist because he gave Companion a 3 and I gave it a 3.5, that's his problem, okay? I didn't think Companion was that good. Upon thinking about it more, oh my god. It's like a pretty, its impact on me was disposable, but I had a fun time watching it. I think it'd be disingenuous to be like, oh, after 7 days, I've decided that actually I didn't like it that much. While I was watching it, I enjoyed it pretty nicely. So I give it the respect that I feel it deserves. I wish they would delete this item. Why? So I could never win again and then probably never play it again, and then you could ask me about it in 2037. You could be like, I miss the days of Nubby when you're the dude who killed it. I hear that. It's always just, it's nice to have an excuse to go to the theater, man. That's kind of why I want to see Black Bag. Not to be confused with my friend Corey, who I wouldn't mind seeing as well, to be honest. So I thought maybe that last weekend my wife and I could see Mickey 17, because we have a little 3-hour window while our daughter's in an activity. But that's an incredible item. The problem is that we have exactly a 3-hour window, and the movie's 2 hours and 17 minutes long. And to go see a 2-hour and 17-minute long movie requires 3 hours and 15 minutes. The commercials, the trailers, everybody waiting around for the post-credits scene to see if Harry Styles shows up again, because it's been 3 or 4 years now. So it's hard. Even if it started a minute after our daughter's activity started, I don't think we could make it. It's mid anyway. You guys honestly, and there's no disrespect, you don't know what midness is. In a world where the Criterion Collection movies are so available to you, you could watch, 100 Best Picture winners in between seeing something that's total slop. The middle class has disappeared, and the mid-movie class has expanded so much that unless a movie is the worst movie ever made or the best movie ever made, it's mid. I don't prescribe to the same philosophy as you. I also, I'm not trying to be a movie critic, I love giving movie 5 stars, or giving movies 5 stars. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised if I become one of those Letterboxd accounts that has more 5s than 4.5s. Because to me, I'm I feel it was when I was a teacher. It's if I'm gonna give this an A, but not give it an A+, Just throw the plus on, man. It was good enough. Why are you trying to, you know, enjoy yourself a little bit? I'm never, like, rarely do I watch a movie and I go, wow, that was really good, but is it my favorite movie of all time? Nah, not quite. I'm going to give it a 4.5 then, just so the director who died in 1987 has, like, some incentive to make it better next time. You're making the children weak? What are you talking about, man? You're the adult who's telling me that, like, Spidey and His Amazing Friends is an underrated TV show for all ages. Yeah, oh, my heart rate really spiked when the fucking Green Goblin stole Spider-Man's ice cream and then gave it back at the end of the 6-minute-long short. You didn't actually say that, but I can imagine you saying that, which is actually even more an indictment of your character and says nothing about mine. You were in Top Gun Maverick, what would your call sign be? Probably something offensive like Maple, if I had to guess. I mean, it's gotta be crazy when you show up to like Top Gun Academy or whatever, and everybody's like, yeah, you get a cool call sign after like 2 weeks here. You're like, what's your call sign? Iceman. What's yours? Maverick. Then 2 weeks later, they're like, we're gonna call you Goose. You're like, what? Really? Goose? I would just, me personally, I might be like a little offended, I guess. I don't know. Didn't really think about it. Goose is a cute nickname though. They're flying like death machines, man. You don't want a cute nickname. You want something that's gonna inspire fear in the hearts of your enemies. I think. I don't know. I've never been in a position to like fly jet planes because I have glasses and never wanted to. That's what geese do. That's an online meme. I live in Canada. I see lots of geese. We're not scared of the geese. That might be like down east, that might be part of their character. On the West Coast, we're not scared of the geese. We just like, I mean, you don't fuck with them. It's like the same way, we don't want to go there. Hang on, Flaming Skull? The ones in Canada are more friendly? Not really, it's just like, I mean, I understand that the joke and the riff on Canadian politeness. It's just like, they don't bother you if you don't bother them, man. I mean, people are always like insulting. I don't like Canada geese, but it's not because of their demeanor. It's because they poop everywhere and the poop is like disgusting and like pollutes the water. But like they're also wild animals, so it's not like I'm mad at them for like a moral reason. It's just kind of like a nuisance. But like they're mad at them for demeanor reasons, which is crazy to me because I'm like, yeah, if I was hanging out with my fucking kids outside in the park and some creature that was like foreign to me ran up to me making like loud noises and laughing at me or whatever, I'd probably honk at you too and try to chase your fucking ass down. Like I'm here with my family, dude. Like, oh, Canada geese are so unfriendly. All I wanted to do was be 10 times their fucking size and sprint at them like some kind of monster, and then they acted like I was being aggressive. Like I don't understand. I've had them walk up to me and start hissing as I was minding my own business at a picnic. Buddy, they live in the park. You're a tourist. You should respect the social norms that the geese are putting out. That's their home. I've heard a lot of stories of them being ops. I've lived in Canada almost my entire life. I've been around the geese. I've been immersed in goose culture. I don't have a problem with the geese. They don't have a problem with me. I stay away from them. They stay away from me. Real recognizes real. It's that simple. I think it's a problem. I think you are being too human-centric. You're like, the world was created just for us. And then when someone doesn't like bow down to human supremacy, you take offense to it. We're all God's creatures, man. Now, just to be honest with you, how do you think you would feel if you were chilling with your family in your fucking living room and then a goose came in through your fucking door and started like running at you? You'd probably be like, get out of my house, buddy. This isn't where you belong. This isn't a bit. People antagonize the geese and then get mad that the geese have like a churlish demeanor. When they stop shitting green on the sidewalk, I'll respect them. That's offensive. That's a very small percentage of the geese that do that. Most of them do it in the bike lane. They treat it the same way that a lot of the citizenry does, unfortunately. This looks like a 2005 game. As someone who was 17 years old in 2005, I gotta question your logic on that one. I would have to disagree. That being said, I mostly take offense at the stolen valor. Because I feel like if you're saying this is what 2005 looked like, then you weren't really there. And if you weren't really there, then don't act like you were there, okay? It does kind of look like a game from like 1997, I'll give you that. But it could be worse, it could look like a game from 2024. Am I right, people? Oh, man. $2,000 video card owners when the game has some artistic originality? What the fuck is all this then? Where's my ray tracing? It's all good. You're chill. You're chill. We're all God's creatures. Guys, who's doing the FTP test with us tomorrow? I know we got some Pelotoners out there. Nobody. All right. OMG me, it is you! It is you! I don't blame you for taking a rest day today if you took a rest day before the FTP test. It was kind of like, it was very 2023 core to ride today with only 2 other egg carton riders though. After like a couple of months of riding with 6 to 7, like minimum, but like 15 to 20 some days, the 3-person ride was a little rare. What's the target? I'd like to hit 275. I think 275 is realistic. Please stop asking if a chatter was held hostage. Would you do something about it? The implications are something that I would like to maintain plausible deniability of in case that situation is happening as a result of you. I assume it wouldn't be happening to you because otherwise your captor is unlikely to be like, yeah, sure, here's like open access to IRC. But like if you have someone captive right now and you're trying to like get me involved, I got other stuff on the go. So that's like, I don't want to say it's not my problem, but I'm just saying please don't make it my problem. Because I don't want to be involved in all that kind of like criminal element. You listen to the new Carti? Not yet. You think it would get DMCA'd? I haven't listened to the old Carti either. I could not name one Playboy Carti song. I'm not being braggadocious, by the way. I think it's just a lot of modern rap is kind of a blind spot for me. Because I'm still listening to stuff where like, they're mostly saying shit like, you know, my name is Dave and I'm here to say. I like rapping rhymes every day. I'm kind of still stuck in that era. There's lots of stuff to get through from like 1982 to 1986. Final boss, Tony. He shoots a laser from his eyes, man. Well, good game, Tony, good game. New unlock. Gabloni. You receive plus 3 coins per restock. Maximum coins limit is raised to 200. You lose 2 lives when you launch Nubby. Gabloni. Okay, well, slash marker. Call that Nubby 1. Monstrosity. I'll put you out there. I'm not, like, I think I don't consider you like a high value target or whatever. I'll put you out there. Why am I, the EV on these is -1. You're everybody's best friend at Friday Night Magic. It costs 6 to open and the EV is 5.5. You're a fool. Oh yeah? I'm a fool who's slightly richer than you would have expected him to be after doing that. How do you feel about that shit? This is like one of the most Ed Helmsian sounding builds I've ever had. It immediately goes riggy-diggy-doo mode. Like instantaneously. It's one of the first you've done where I can't see it. Ed Helms going riggy-diggy-doo. Andy's rudit-dit origin found. Okay, 1 second. I'm watching the original Muppet episodes. Could this be the origin of Andy's rudit-dit phrase? Listen around 30 seconds in. Okay, 30 seconds in.
I wish I had your
we're at 27 seconds now.
Both hands on the wheel and your shoulders right back. Both hands on the wheel and your shoulders right back.
Okay, now. You can't hear it, man? Rudit-dit-dodoo. Some of you guys are just pretending to have synesthesia. To be cool online. You don't actually have it. I thought you had it, man. I thought you were like me. I thought that, you know, Wednesday, Halloween, and the color yellow, like, all had the same themes. And you were saying so true, King, but now I'm starting to think that you're like making fun of me or some shit. That is true though, that's facts. I have not lost the plot. You never had the plot, and that's the sad part. It's not lentil. You do double. You do, dude. You do double. You do. I'm gonna hold it for now. Stop. I don't know, you guys. I'm stunned you don't hear it. You're starting to hear it. I can already see the subreddit post coming in. Help me. I'm starting to hear Ed Helm saying riggy diggy do every time I play Nubby. More jacks being triggered on death is what we want to see. Fuck. Don't fall down the side. I got lost in the side. I was better off with 4 items because it makes it easier for me to manage because there's only 4 of them. Oh my god, what do you... I should have spent more time playing Peggle as a kid, man. I almost crashed out right there. All we need to do is stay alive till the metamorphosis, man. Fucking heinous seed, man? Oh god, we made it. Give me some survivability, bro. 8 points. 8 points? You fucker. Oh my god, man. Ah! That's the shit right there. That's what I'm talking about. I can't get the ball to go where I want it to go. And it's all a spectacle to you. And you're all saying riggy diggy do every time we get some sounds like that. And you're saying, NL, I know what you mean when you say that. Yeti! What the hell is this game? You may not be ready for it yet, but you will be one day. When it's remade by CD Projekt Red. This is stupid. You go back to playing smart games with no spirit, okay? Go back to playing games designed to derive shareholder value. I'm gonna play some shit that speaks to the soul. There's an energy. I'm not sure if you can see it. I gotta go back. An energy that comes out of your solar plexus when you play this. I was talking about what you were doing in the game. Yeah, sure you were. Sure you were. That doesn't make my point as well. So I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that shit. This looks like a very survivable setup. And the more bounces, the merrier. I need some lives back, please. This looks not unsurvivable. Ah! Instantaneous. We're gonna run it back, but first I gotta go pee. I'm gonna throw in a slash marker. We'll call that Nubby 2. I'll be back in like 45 seconds. When did you last pee into the sink? 2008, maybe, if I had to guess. Maybe like 2009. That's too recent. What are you talking about? I was like 17 or something. 19? What, something like that. How old are you? 36? Yeah, it was before I met my wife, for sure. I'm not just saying that like under penalty of perjury or whatever. Why'd you do it? Well, for the same reason you're asking me. It's funny. It's less funny the older you get and more sad, but there's a period in your life where it's humorous, for sure. It's funny to think of myself, whatever. It's funny to think of myself pissing in the sink age 20, even though I'm age 36. It's not funny to think of myself now pissing in the sink. Like, that's more of a cry for help. It's like, when Stifler acts like Stifler, you're like, he probably shouldn't have said that stuff, but that's Stifler, man. But when Robert De Niro is saying Stifler stuff in Dirty Grandpa, you're like, man, shut the fuck up, man. You're old. Leave the sink pissing to the youngsters, dude. Can I tell you that when I was in university, we almost had like a cruise ship style bathroom setup, man. We had one bathroom, 7 bedrooms, which is already insane. But the way that the bathroom worked was actually ingeniously designed for what was essentially like a frat house. The one bathroom was split into 2 and they were across the hallway from each other. One of the rooms was basically a closet that just had a toilet and a window, but it was one of the toilets where when you flush it, the clean water comes out the top near the tank, and then you wash your hands, or at least like, you know, rinse your hands off, and then the water drains into the tank to be flushed again. So you could go to the bathroom and still get like at least a placebo hand washing afterwards. And then the other bathroom had a bathtub and a shower and a sink. That was sick. Because sometimes one of your fucking roommates would be in the shower for like 40 minutes and you'd be like, I gotta piss. Oh wait, I can do it. Because they thought about that when they built the fucking house. Why are the chatters confused? It's just, you get used to it on Twitch, to be honest. Anytime something is, I said toilet and water within 35 words of each other, so people are like, I don't get it, you pissed on your hands? No, like it's not your fault. There's a literacy crisis. I mean, you're not reading, I'm talking, but like that shit was, the powers that be put that into action before you were even conceived. So, I'm going to 7-Eleven, do you want anything? I feel like I would be the worst motherfucker for one of those videos. You know when they take rappers into the bodega and they all have like a super unique order? It's always like one like Caribbean Breeze, blue lemonade, and then like a pack of Airheads, and then like galoshes. It's always some shit from like the souvenir aisle. I would be in there, I'd be like, yeah, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a Coke Zero and like a bag of chips, I guess. Still, Complex, they should take me sneaker shopping, man. Yeah, those ones look nice. Are you aware that those are the exact same shoes you're currently wearing? Yeah, that explains it. Describe you in the Costco episode. I would go manic in the Costco episode, probably. If Complex took me shopping at Costco. You would also see me fucking lose it. Like, that's the closest I ever get to going like pure Michael Douglas falling down mode is the freezer section of Costco. When people, there's only like, no, I didn't ever try to shoot a rocket launcher down the sewer grate, okay? But then the frozen food aisle, people just be abandoning their carts diagonally so that nobody else can get by, crowding the free samples so that nobody can go like down the sides of the aisles to begin with. And then the one that drives me crazy, opening the freezer door and standing directly in front of the freezer with the door open, reading the nutritional/ingredient information on the frozen food like for 10 minutes. And I'm like, it's Uncrustables. They're not good for you. They're not that bad. But if you're looking for something on there to like justify purchasing them, look at the front, man. It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that comes in a bag. But you have to be sort of like laissez-faire about it. Because if you go into I see the people go into the Costco and they're like stressed out and they don't have like a cart because they think it's gonna make them more agile, and then they get even more stressed out because they get stuck behind people that like have carts. You gotta accept as soon as you go into the Costco, you're in for a penny, in for a pound. Get a cart, relax, it's gonna take you a while. There's no such thing as like in and out in the Costco. It's not a place you go to get like one quick item and then go home. You park, you block off like 45 to 90 minutes of your time for the entire parking to disembarking experience. There's no reason to get impatient because being impatient is not going to get you out faster. Everybody else in the store is an enemy and everybody else in the store is an idiot. They're not locked in the slightest. Yes, they are not your oomphs at Costco, they are your ops. But as soon as you start to see them at ops, you might take it as a negative thing, but I take it as a positive thing. Or at least it's positive for your mental. Once you see them as ops, when they get in your way, you no longer go, what are you doing in my way? You go, that's my op. Of course they're in my way. What else would they be there for? You know, you don't get mad at a cat for meowing. You don't get mad at your ops for parking their carts diagonally across the frozen food section. They're your ops. They're there to inhibit you. Maybe a problematic worldview, but it's just within the confines of the Kirkland signature. dunked it. It dunked it straight down, man. I'll be the first to admit my Peggle skills are just like straight ass. I don't know what I'm doing. I love when the sun explodes. Okay, fucking the Joker. That would kill us all, I think. You know what? I gotta play to my own strengths, which unfortunately for me, I really think my own strength in Nubby, and perhaps my only strength in Nubby, is hitting the highest value peg. Maybe we should just only take items that give you a value when you hit the highest value peg first. Pop the highest peg, pop 2 random pegs. Look at that. It's like they knew I was coming, man. See? It's on site, man. I'm going billionaire mode. Maybe I'm not built for physics-based roguelites, man. Maybe it's gotta be cards or like a dude walking in a dungeon or something like that. I can understand those. I can understand the cards. I can understand the goblins. I don't want a skull. I want a friendly rock. I want 2 friendly rocks for now. All right, next. Probably just restart that one right off the bat. Don't just drop it straight down. Come on, don't be churlish. Is this on purpose? Apollo, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know, man. You would, oh, actually, maybe you would know. You strike me as the kind of motherfucker who was playing Peggle. Maybe when you should have been doing your homework. You just don't get it, do you? Apparently I just don't get it. Ricky, are you still here? This is like when I was watching you play Balatro, and like every 5 minutes you were like, man, I just don't know about this one. I was like, I get Balatro 100%, but I've been in that position so many times where you're just like, it should be clicking, but for some reason it's like not clicking in. So you feel like you're just clicking random buttons and not really like having an influence on the actual outcome. The Luke Man raid. Thank you, Luke Man, for the raid. Only thing I was thinking, the only thing that could make this better is if I could get in VoIP with unwitting participants. What percentage of the time does it happen that someone talks on the mic, like you can hear sound, usually like them yelling at their kids or like a fan going straight into their old Xbox microphone, and then you play the theme song to Fortnite Talk Show and then they immediately go on mute? So I feel like I see it about 50% of the time that you get into a lobby. And I can relate. I think I would feel the pressure, man. If I had the like comms on to try to crank 90s in Fortnite and then all of a sudden I was being interviewed, I think I would nut up and answer the questions because it's for the novelty of it, and I like to hear other people's stories and relate to them. But I can understand how a lot of people wouldn't. Also, can I say, not to overglaze, I thought you did a great job when you were talking to those kids who also had their own YouTube channel, and then the mom in the background started to sound a little sus because the kids were talking to you and the mom was like, you could overhear her say, it sounds like you're talking to an adult on there. And then you were like, put your mom on. And then they were like, Mom, he wants to talk to you. And the mom, I think I could put myself in the shoes of the mom as well, who is like, I want to make sure that this is all copacetic, but at the same time, do I really want to talk with this guy? I don't know.
What do you guys want to be when you grow up? I mean, I'm sure you get asked that all the time, but I am curious.
Probably a YouTuber.
Okay. So you're already on, you're already a YouTuber. Well, I'm streaming right now, so we'll shout out your channel.
Yo, dang, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, man.
How
Little
many
Drummer Boy
subs?
2015.
How many subs do you have?
Well, I'm on
How many subs do
Twitch.
you have?
I'm on Twitch. We got quite a few people watching right now.
A guy is streaming live.
Is that your mom?
Yeah.
Can I talk to her?
Sure.
If she wants to. Hey, what's up?
Inform. Say hi, Mom. Say hi.
Mom, you're live on Fortnite Talk Show.
Mom, you're live. You're live on Talk Show.
It's Fortnite Talk Show. It's the only talk show on Fortnite.
What? How many people watching right now?
We got a few thousand.
Okay, everyone out there, I want to say thank you for coming to this talk show.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that, my man.
Because a lot of people,
Huh?
because Fortnite isn't like a giant, isn't like a giant topic in like YouTube and stuff.
Right.
Like
right.
of course, of course some of the biggest YouTubers in the world do it.
Right.
But it's not really that popular.
I know, but I'm trying to bring it back, man, you know? I love Fortnite.
Because I remember I was like 12 and I was playing chess online, and I played against this. I don't know if he was like a national master or an international master, but he was up there. He was like 2200 or 2300. And then we started sending like messages that I was like, can you help coach me in chess? And he was like, yeah, of course I can help coach you in chess. Maybe we could do like 1 hour a week of chess coaching. And then I like went to dinner, because when you're 12, you're kind of like naive, right? I went to dinner with my parents and I was like, hey, I'm gonna start getting chess lessons online from like a 51-year-old international master. And they were like, the fuck you are? What do you mean you're talking to a 51-year-old guy on like chess.com or whatever trying to get private lessons? And I was like, he's cool, he's 51 and he's talking to a 12-year-old. What? That's not sus at all. And actually, I think the guy was like, I mean, he passed my vibe check when I was in middle school. So like, how bad could he be? I'm just trying to say I have no reason to believe that he had anything untowards going on, but I can also understand where my parents were coming from. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Kazoo on 7? But then it mostly pops after death. So what's gonna, like, we're gonna double on death a few times probably, but like what's gonna then get the points off of that? You die a few times. That's true. That is true. Maybe you raise a good point there. I forgot we're not just dying one time. All right, I think you made a really good decision. I think that one simple decision may have helped us out a lot. I don't know what happened on that one, man. Maybe we just got a lot of kebabs going off. Sound is very satisfying. Do we just want more kazoos? Why don't you tell me what to do here? You could always dump, oh, Cheese House can go. Cheese House goes. And then you put a kazoo out there. Exactly. It like, I saw it go to 1 billion and then the sword fell into it and hit it like, I don't know, maybe 100 times. What the fuck? What the hell happened there, man? What's going on? Oh, we're back. I thought we were about to lose. Instead, we hit Peg Mania. Oh, the dinosaur's fucking us on variants sometimes. We did also, I mean, we went from like 15,000 points to like 1 trillion points on a single peg pretty quickly there. I feel like the dinosaur, honestly, I feel like he's doing work, man. I think you're done. I'm making it's a very bold play. I don't know, it could ruin us. I'm gonna give it a try regardless. It did make my computer lag like considerably the first time it hit. I love seeing, like, I can see the numbers going up while I can still see chat reacting to the last shop decision, and they're like, oh, it's squandered. Oh, really? Is it? Well, there's a lot of variance involved. I can't deny that. That seems impossible. I mean, if you just drop one more, there was a 16 trillion point peg there. The sound is just fucking... It's intense. It's like going to see a movie in D-Box. Give it a second, I just want to see how this shakes out. It is, thank you, staff. Thank you, staff, it is riggy-diggy-doo. Very riggy-diggy-doo. Those were like some sounds I don't think I've ever heard before. Oh shit, oh shit. I'll end that one, that's fine. Is this Goaty? I don't know, I'm still very partial to Trick Shot Simulator. That game taught me something about myself, man. Not that Nubbies hasn't, to be fair. We cleared the board? This must be what Elon feels like when he watches his net worth. Elon right now is like, oh, I shouldn't have taken 5 fucking drain perks, man. Oh. Every time I'm bouncing and moaning on it, and I think we all know what it is without me having to say it, my fucking net worth is going down by 5%, repeated, of course. 4 billion nubbies? Don't mind if I do. Bullshit. It's the boss, right? Tony. Tony shoots lasers from his eyes. I actually thought we were about to lose and I was gonna freak the fuck out. Don't reduce, don't, oh, he reduced it to 1! Huge. We win with Kaploni. It's that easy, man. It is true. Sometimes you do lose sight of the fact that the important thing is to have fun. Like, I always think about the fact that, like, whenever I think about the gamification of, like, daily quests and stuff like that, like, stuff to make games stickier, where, because, like, back in when I was a kid, you would, like, play a game until it stopped being fun, and then you would, like, go play another game that you found more fun in that moment. Then, like, some monetization engineers came up with, like, an incredible invention, the daily quest. The daily quests kind of tricks you into thinking like you're doing a responsible thing, like you're doing your chores by knocking out your dailies. You're like, I gotta do the dailies so that I can get a maximum amount of gold so it can pay for the battle pass, right? The season pass. I don't necessarily blame Blizzard for it, but I do think about it anytime I see like a controversy about like, fuck you, like games that people bought because they thought they would be fun, but now all the discourse on the subreddit is just about how the monetization should be tweaked so it gives like 17% more gems so you can more easily get to the break-even point for the season pass. I'm like, you reap what you sow, motherfucker. You invented this shit, now you can deal with the fucking monster, Dr. Frankenstein. We're gonna get there. Yes? Yes? More? Hit that 32. Do it again. Do it again, Jack. Sorry, Joe Biden dirty talk. Listen, Jack, I'm gonna come. Oh, don't be offended by old people are having sex, man. Fuck you. Don't make me do the whole bit all over again. The round goal was passed 2 or more times. 2 more times. Multiply total points. Okay. That's probably not gonna happen. In fact, I feel like I could say for a fact that's not gonna happen. -2, we don't fuck with her anymore. You hate her because of her crypto rug pull. I love her because she rug pulled crypto investors. We are not the same. It was very nice when she said goodnight, y'all. Some people don't let you know when they're going to bed. She keeps it on the level, man. You know, every once in a while, people get like, they get pissed off about like their own genetics. Like it happens to bald guys all the time. I just launch like straight into the bit with no context at all. Like bald guys will be like, oh, my fucked up genes, I'm losing my hair, I'm only 38. Oh, crazy, right? You ever think that maybe your genes aren't fucking with you? Like you might have genes that came from like a fucking conqueror or like an emperor 2,500 years ago, and now they're inside of like a web developer, some shit like that. You're like, what the fuck? I'm like 17 straight fucking adenosine thymine pairs. I code some of the sickest protein you're ever gonna see in your fucking life, and all of a sudden you're crying in the Starbucks because they use like soy milk instead of almond milk? Man, fuck you, dude. You gotta pass me on, man. You gotta put me in like a more deserving motherfucker, man. There's probably some sick-ass genes trapped inside of us, man. There's like the perfect human in there. There's like a perfect human who never farts inside of all of us. We just need to find the way to like express it properly or whatever. Actually, you know what would be perfect as someone who farts a lot? I enjoy farting when the mood strikes. But if we could like genetically engineer like people who don't care if you fart, that would be huge for a guy like me. Because like, they always act like it's my problem, but it's not really my problem. Like I can't control the amount of gas inside of my colon, man. Oh shit! Hook me up, buddy. Do we have first peg popped? No. We got chaotic. It's a good one for survival. I just hate that the big pegs are down at the bottom. Oh my god, it shot it straight down, man. Today's the day. So the doubling also extends your ability to survive. Fuck you. Fuck you twice, man. Fuck you 3 times. You motherfucker, fine. No, not like this. I'm not going down. I'm not going down like that. What do you mean, Naughty? I'm trying, man! You wouldn't understand the type of shit that I'm going through. When I have to rely on my Peggle skill, it's a disastrous situation for me. I can't hit 256 first. You just gotta stay alive. That's the wrong direction to bounce. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. 64 at the top is what we need. You fucked me! Peggle don't make no damn sense, man! You're scamming me. They're fucking scamming me. Don't you fucking go down that side of the screen. Oh my, you're scamming me. Don't go that way! Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't do shit. Nubby Dev, are you here? I'm not mad at you. But you should take the mechanics of Nubby and replace the Peggle board with cards. Or a little guy walking around in like a basement. It would be tremendous for me personally. You can still leave Nubby here. You can even still work on the game known as Nubby. But like your next game, cards, dice, man in a dungeon, something like that. That's because like it's kind of like I don't want to say it's problematic, but not everybody grew up in a household where like Peggle was played. So chat's like typing shit like, why are you so bad at Peggle? And I'm like, I don't know, because this is my first time interfacing with this shit, man. So like it reflects very badly on me. 79 of 80. Okay. Or like, can you put some like barriers on the side or something so my shit doesn't just fly off after the first bounce every time? Keep the riggy-diggy-doo though, I like that. Nobody else gets it but you and me. Mental floss in the chat. Did you guys know that Volkswagen sold more sausages than cars in 2024? How is that shit relevant? How is that shit germane to the situation at hand, man? What does that have to do with anything? I didn't know it. I guess it's kind of interesting. I'm not like anti-knowledge. I'm just kind of confused about where it came from. This whole Volkswagen sausage type situation you're talking about here. Okay, you fucker. You fucker. It's a factoid? No, it's fucking not, dude. Because factoids are false. Unless they made it up, which sounds plausible. Yes, my strength. You're not Magresta. I don't take it as an insult. I take it as a compliment. I am goated at identifying the biggest number on the board and then clicking on it. I feel like this is like my job application. Excels in quickly evaluating numerical comparisons and taking decisive action based on analyzed information. You could work at DOGE? I don't think I could, honestly. I'm not even, it's not a bit. I don't think I'd be good at firing people. Because I like 60 points. Innately, I believe that like, probably like 85% of jobs on the planet are fake. And as a result, the person's happiness is more important than the actual duties of the job. So like, even if, like, I guess here's the way I take it. If they don't come up with like 5 awesome things that they did at work that week, then I consider that like a problem with management. I feel like management should be giving them like more stuff to do. I wouldn't feel comfortable about like ruining somebody's life even temporarily by like firing them. Is streaming in those 85? Yes, this is a fake job. I don't mean it in an insulting way, but it's like, if the entire industry disappeared tomorrow, it would really only hurt the people doing it. I think everybody else would be no worse off. Some of you would be better off, probably. I'd be hurt by you leaving? Yeah, that's fine, but like that's not what we're talking about. The world would keep on turning. Your grandma would have one less opportunity to say, hey, cut that loud mess out. And you hear all that thunder and lightning, get off the telephone. That's not fine. You got me all backwards. I guess like the core of my belief is essentially that like you only get to live on the planet like one time. Doesn't mean you should like do whatever you want, but it does mean to me that like I feel like it's crazy to be like 50 years old and like get fired from like an email job because you didn't have any thing to do. It's like, you're the one who fucking hired me for the email job, bitch. Maybe you should be fired. Obviously, you're not a great judge of like organizational needs. I'm literally doing like, I feel like most people are there at the office doing everything that's mostly asked of them. It's not really my fault that, you know, one person can handle 50 emails per hour, but then they hired like 50 motherfuckers to do it. And now I send an email in 2 minutes and I got 58 minutes of having my thumb up my ass. What am I supposed to do? Any big games on your radar right now? Literally none, but not just to be contrarian. Like I genuinely don't really know what's coming out at all. I just wait for Chiblee to tell me what to play, and it's kind of been like, it's been working out. But I will say that the more I think about it, and the longer time goes on, the more respect I have for Nintendo, man. I feel like they're some of the only AAA devs keeping it real. Now, they make mistakes, but I always feel like those mistakes come from a place of not well-meaning for the customer, but a place of like artistic stubbornness, which I can relate to and respect. So like whenever a Nintendo game is like one fucked up decision away from being the greatest game I've ever played, I've actually come to see it in the same way that I've come to see myself. Because I read the comments that are like, oh, NL's my favorite streamer. If only he would add a compressor, upgrade his video card, and maybe play like Monster Hunter, he would be even better. But if I was the type of motherfucker that read the comments and integrated that all on a flywheel basis weekly, and we had like a stand-up on Sundays where we laid out what we were gonna do that week, I wouldn't be me anymore. and the whole thing would fall apart. So that's why I kind of, when a Nintendo game is like 9 out of 10 awesome, and then one fucked up decision takes it down to a 7, I've come to see it less like, why can't they just change this one thing? And more like, I'm happy that that one thing wasn't worse. Because if it was better, it wouldn't be Nintendo anymore. All the edges would get smoothed off, and they would just, I mean, I get they're a public company, so they're focusing on, you know, the line going up at this. But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't want to say they're making games for the love of the game, but they're executing on a more singular vision than just trying to cram crafting, survival, multiplayer, battle royale, battle pass, season pass, new costumes every quarter, blah 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 blah. Like, I feel like they're operating on a more dignified level than that. Are you defending tripping and brawl? You know what I am, and I'm tired of pretending I'm not. It's bad, and thank God it's bad, because if it was good, it would be worse. How'd you feel when you first discovered the sun would destroy the earth? Well, okay, I didn't discover that. I'm assuming like some other scientist discovered that. But I did feel like that picture of Jesse Pinkman ulting. For sure, 100%. I feel okay about it. This shit is temporary anyway. So I feel sometimes, I think a lot of people can actually relate to this, but I'll get like stuck in traffic, and then I'll get mad, and then I'll feel silly about getting mad because like the universe is fucking huge, and I'm like it doesn't matter. Like, you can't really help getting stressed about some stuff. This is not like advice for how to like save your life. But I do think there's times I tell myself, you can go to third-person camera inside of your own brain. Did you know that? You just have to click in the right thumbstick of your soul. So you are yourself, but you can also deliberately observe yourself. And there have been times, I used to get stressed out a lot. And then if I was stressed out about nothing, I would like find something to be stressed out about. One thing that's been working out well for me for a couple of years is going third-person camera and going, am I involuntarily stressed out about this? Or am I simply choosing to be stressed out about this because it feels like something that should be stressed over? And like, a lot of times, it's something that's like involuntary. You know, it's intrusive thoughts or something like that. But then like, a lot of times, I'm like, nah, I think I'm just like, I don't have anything else to be stressed over, so I'm choosing to be stressed over this little thing. And then I go, okay, well, if I can let it go then. You know, there's, fuck you motherfucker. Some things are worth your worry, and I think they have a way of making themselves known. But then sometimes you're just like, okay, well, we're gonna be fucking 6 minutes late. Who gives a shit? Not like stressing out about it is gonna get you there any faster. You might as well just chill. You've been going to therapy? No, my therapist didn't know what she was talking about. I derived this shit myself from base principles. Road rage is beta activity. This, but unironically. I mean, this is gonna offend some people in chat, but I'm not damning you. I'm just encouraging you to think about like your actions independently. Whenever I hear someone get mad at someone driving slow in the left lane, as if like it's a universal truth that you have to leave the left lane open for people who have been infected by the rage virus, that to me is like extreme loser behavior. Like, you're in your car on the way to like, I don't even know, like IKEA or your office or the grocery store or whatever. Like what do you mean? You're damning like another human being because they're doing like 5 over the speed limit instead of 30 over the speed limit? That's insane to me. It's literally a law. Yeah, in America, in Canada, we're just fucking chill with it. So you should get over, for the record. And when I'm in Washington, I stay in the right lane. That's not a problem for a fellow like me, because people on I-5 drive like fucking psychopaths, which is probably why I see like one lethal car wreck every time I'm in Washington State. But like, getting bent out of shape over people driving like just slightly too slow for you is insanity. If they're doing like, if you're in the on-ramp and they're doing 10 kilometers an hour, that's fucked up, because you're like trying to merge at highway speed and you're gonna get rear-ended and killed. But like, if the speed limit is 70 miles an hour and they're doing like 63, I think you just gotta get a hobby or something. Like, it's not like they did something truly heinous, like parking their car diagonally in the frozen food section of Costco. Like, that's irredeemable, but... Or have a big fucking backpack. Don't even get me started on that shit. That shit pisses me off way more than drivers, man. We're in a crowded fucking train and somebody's got the cargo backpack on and they keep whipping around at like full speed to look at the map on the subway behind them. We know. You're supposed to take the backpack off and put it between your feet when you're on the train, buddy. We all gotta fit on the train. I was that kid. Take your backpack off. I want you to hold your backpack. I want you to hold it between your knees. Go third person for a second. Yeah, exactly. If you go third person, you'll see nobody can fucking get around you. What are you saying, librarian? Has he won a single run? Are you not fucking with me anymore, librarian? You weren't here? We had some salient bits, man. I said you can go third person in real life if you click in the right thumbstick of your soul. It's a little bit like of a caricature, but it's interesting verbiage. I don't even know what you're up to anymore because I don't have Twitter anymore. Because I think like to still be on the platform makes you complicit to the rise of fascism in the West. But if anybody else is on it, can you tell me what librarian's been posting? No, that's not fair. I don't know. I mean, like, if you say you're not, I kind of trust you. But, like, deep down, I kind of... like, I can hold two dissonant pieces of information in my head. I could be like, it doesn't automatically make you a bad person if you're still on Twitter. But also, in my head, I'm like, I'm a better person than you. But also, I have to admit that there's a corollary to that, which is I'm a worse person than the people who got off the platform before I did. Like Justin, for example, in Apollo. So I'm applying the same logic to myself, which means it can't possibly be hypocritical. I will admit the Reddit bits don't hit the same, but you know, I'll just have to come up with some like original content for once, I guess. Are you trying to receive Reddit gold for this post? Well, dude, that's the thing is like, I'm 12 years old. So if a lot of people are saying it online, it must be wrong because I'm smarter than them, right? Is that the kind of logic you're trying to apply here? I don't base like my political beliefs on like who the most annoying people are online. I start at like, you know, what I consider my values and my principles are. And then I look at the motherfuckers who are doing the opposite and give them the middle finger. That's pretty much where I'm at. Cause I didn't get radicalized by YouTube. I think I got radicalized like in the opposite direction by Facebook, courtesy of like the findings of the Cambridge Analytica shit. And I resent that because I enjoyed kind of being one of those guys who was like, I don't really want to really concern myself with politics. It was cushy, man, and it was easy. But like, so I didn't come up with my political beliefs at like age 9 from watching YouTube compilations of like people getting owned on college campuses by pro-debaters or something like that. I had to actually do the fucking sweat equity and like build it up from the ground. So I made some mistakes, man. In the 9th grade, I supported the Iraq War. I was like, why would George W. Bush fucking lie about that shit? We gotta get him back, man. I didn't even live in the US. And then people, you know, you talk to people and you start to pick and choose what you're into, you try it on, and then you're like, that doesn't really work for me. I think like all people are valid or whatever. And then you come up with a conclusion as a result of that. I didn't have the YouTube algorithm wasn't there for me. You're a Facebook Andy? Well, circa 2008, for sure, man. I was a Facebook Andy and I'm Gen Z. Well, I feel like if you had Facebook when you were 9, that's kind of different. Because like, I don't expect you to start Facebook when you're 9, when Facebook was still kind of like hidden for you in the 4th grade, and then like have the critical thinking at age 15 to be like, I gotta dump this platform. Like, I think you get like a 12-year grace period to decide you're done with it. That's crazy. I mean, I can't put myself in the shoes of someone who was born in the year 2003, man. That's like fucking when Return of the King came out. I was borderline. I could grow facial hair at that point. I wouldn't say I was a grown man. I could definitely, in fact, I was growing facial hair involuntarily. I remember my dad gave me like an intervention. He was basically like, I'm gonna show you how to shave when I was in the 9th grade. And I was like, why? I don't need it. Then when I look at pictures of myself in the 9th grade, I was like, I get it. That's not the kind of beard. You don't want to be rocking a beard age 13. Because you still have like a little kid's face, but you just have like a really, really shitty beard on top of it. 16, maybe, 16, 17, 18, you could start to like grow into the facial hair a little bit, but... So my beard hurts. You joining a fantasy league? Yeah, I hope so. I gotta build more rapport with the dads first, though. Because we were at a kid's birthday party, and we were talking about how, like, you know, the dads had a hangout in December, and I was like, yeah, but the WhatsApp group has been kind of dead since then. And the other dad did not match my vibe. He said, the what? And I said, oh, the WhatsApp group chat has been kind of dead since then. And he went, oh yeah, I guess that's right. And I went, oh fuck, I've revealed that I care about it more than he does. And thus lost status within the tribe. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I did lose some aura, unfortunately. Ah! Please don't double the negative value of these. We take those. But the problem is I can't kickstart the group chat because I was the person who, I mean, I don't want to brag, but I was the motherfucker who said, when we went on winter break, I said, hey guys, hope you have a great holiday season. And that, I don't want to brag, that inspired like, I would say maybe like 8 to 12 responses from other dads that were like, hey gentlemen, have a great winter. So I can't be the one to launch it again. I need to wait for somebody else to do it, and then I can be first to reply. You're a damn hero. I'm just trying to keep the gang together, man. The gang that I've had dinner with once and seen at like 7 kids' birthday parties since then. We know we saw you code switch yesterday. Honestly, that shit is fucking funny. When people said, what the fuck, real voice? I was like, that's so fucking real. When they walked down the stairs and I went, hey guys, what's up? I didn't even notice it happening, but in hindsight, yeah, man, 100%. I don't even care. Apocalypse? Just another day for a fellow like me. Pretty bad shot, if we're being honest. Fuck you, buddy. Are you serious? Now we're talking! Oh, shit. We've unlocked Octoni. Shout out to Nadia Suleiman. That's my goat. She's the goat of having kids. And Chib, I know that's right. This one's dedicated to Nadia Suleiman. Squids are 20x more likely to appear in the Nubby Mart, and they cost 50% less. That's sick, man. All right, let's go /marker. All right, Kate says no stream. I will find someone else to rate. But you're telling me you don't hear this, man. Chibli, you weren't here when we were listening to this. Does this not sound like Nubby to you?
Money in the sack, both hands on the wheel and your shoulders right back.
The more I hear about like this, the more it sounds like Nubby to me. Mouse playing Factorio? I'm gonna send you over, well, wait. No, I'm gonna send you over to Mouth, of course. Don't be mean to Mouth. I was just thinking, like, do I want, if I were playing Factorio, would I want 10,000 nubby heads like coming into my chat and fucking up the vibes? Because we might like raid right in the middle of like him doing some calculations or something like that, doing like some fraction multiplication. So just be chill, okay? Be chill. I also have terrible news for you. This is my daughter's last day of school. I think in March. She's going on an extended spring break, which means I'm going on an extended spring break. I don't know the exact day that I'll be back, but it will definitely be, I'm gonna say the 31st, if I had to guess. Kate said 2 weeks. That's, if the boss says 2 weeks, we say 2 weeks. Support your local live streamers while I'm gone. There will be YouTube videos. There is Slay the Spire coming to YouTube as well. Although I still have to record more. Thank you to the Bazaar for going down for maintenance yesterday so I could record some Slay the Spire. And we'll be back and refreshed soon. Don't worry, it'll fly by. Yeah, let Chibli I was gonna say let Chibli babysit you, but I'm not suggesting you would only watch Chibli if I'm not live. Because like you can make your choice. You could watch whoever you choose to watch. I'm not trying to say that like no matter who you watch, I support it for the most part. And Justin too. Any other partnered streamers want to take a pound of flesh from me when I don't have any chance to respond? Any other check marks in the chat? Want a piece of this? Origin? You got partnered, right? Anyway, going to bed, y'all. Good night.